Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my book tour series where I'm discussing my book, Dear Father, I'm Yours, a letter of my life to God. And basically, in this book, as I've spoken about before, it is me talking to God about my life and God responding back to me with his word. And today, I have my good friend Danielle with me. Yeah,
Hey,
do a little dance. Thank you so much for coming on and taking time out of your schedule. I really appreciate you because you didn't have to do this, and but I appreciate you for doing it. So I know you mentioned a few months back in your voice text message that you loved the book and that it was very inspiring. What in particular inspired you in the book, if you don't mind me asking?
yeah, you know what inspired me was it was a lot. And I would say what really inspired me was the conversation that you brought into the book.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when we read a book, it's just a person giving us information or like they don't include God in there, but in your book, it was like we can hear what God or we're reading it, but what he's saying to you. And I
Right.
really appreciated that. And what it did was it inspired me to really want to go deeper in a relationship with God to
Mm-hmm.
where your personality was all through that book anyway. It was. And I was like, she be showing out in front of God. Well, he sees everything anyway. But I'm like, she
Yeah.
out with God too. And it just inspired me, like, you know what? We can have these real conversations
Yep.
with him. He's a jokester. I mean, he gave us the gift of joking,
Yep.
like laughter.
Yep.
So it just really inspired me to um it let me know and it showed me that it's okay or we should have this kind of relationship with God. Bring our personality to him, everything, because he knows it anyway. And just,
Right.
and just be and just love him. And that it inspired me to have the relationship with God.
Okay. Okay. And girl, you're not the first one to say they can hear me laughing. They can the person like it's me. Like
Yeah.
it's no need in trying to be and in there you could see I wasn't like super proper. I was just casual conversation. Like
Yeah.
I wanted it and people were like, okay, it's relatable and things like that. I wanted it to be just chill. This me and you got you asking me to just
Yeah.
like that's a lot. And I mean, I know I've been wanting to, but it's kind of like, okay, Laterica, what you gonna do? That flesh hit you. You like, okay, so what you gonna do next though? Like, what are we doing? And let me tell you this: when you sent that message that particular day, I was crying, I was frustrated, I was annoyed, I was questioning, like, what did I do? Like asking him, like, well, God, I was like literally sitting in my car. I was on my way to get my nephew. Well, I was sitting in the line to get my nephew from school. And so I was sitting there crying. Then I was like, oh, just in my feelings. When I seen your message, that's why I started shaking when you told me that dream. Because I
Uh,
was like, God is hearing me. Like he sees me. He knows what I'm going through. You literally said, okay, I'm going to send somebody to let you know again, Laterica, that you did hear me. She had a dream about it. You had a dream about it.
yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. Do you want me to mention that dream
You
or?
you can,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you can.
Okay, just so the ones
They
that
know. They
have
know.
read it, y'all know like okay. So this dream, if y'all read the book, you know that Laterica has a background in wardrobe and styling. So in the dream, that's what she was doing for me. We were at I don't know, some department store and she was helping me. You was helping me with my wardrobe,
Mm-hmm.
and we was going to the checkout and all of a sudden he was like, I gotta go. You wasn't rude or anything. He's like, I have to leave. And I was okay, I guess I'll
Right.
just buy the accessories. But but it was just the point of like you in my dream, I saw that you had to just go and leave. And when I had the dream, I know I didn't mention it to you at the time, because you know how you try to be like, Lord, what is this? Am I supposed to say something to her, or is this more for
just for
me?
you? Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't say anything until I read the book, and I was like, this is probably what was going on and happening, or something that I'm like, I have to tell her about this.
Yes.
Yeah. You was like, I have to
Oh,
go. And
yeah.
yeah, it was like but you went. Whatever in that dream, you went. You didn't tell me anything. You're just like, I gotta go. And you left. You left that position of being the wardrobe stylist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I got from it when you told me about it in the message. I was like,
Mhm.
wait, what is going on? Like, he was like, I'm telling you that that's what I wanted you to do. I gave you warning signs too. I've been, and I think he was telling me before the stuff that just happened in Atlanta, when I wrote what I wrote in there had just happened like this year. So in January actually. And that for me scared me to death pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what is really going on? And I was like, okay, let me pray about this. Let me really dig a little bit deeper with God about this because something isn't right. When it started to affect, my safety and stuff, and it's not just that mall. Lennox, they have shootings there all the time. Well, not
Yeah.
all the time, but more often the perimeter. So when I
Yeah.
was like, okay, so those are the major malls that I go to get the stuff that I need. It's like, you kind of get to thinking, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't just literally sit and shop online every day. Like, I can't do that. They want us to sometimes go and feel the stuff, and you get a better idea. Okay, if this is going to work on camera, if it's not, all those things. So,
Mhm.
but I say all that to say thank you for your obedience and telling me that because you could, like you said, you were asking, is it just for you or am I supposed to say something to her about it? Then
Mhm.
when I sent you this and he told me, he gave me people, he put in my heart the people to send this book to. And so I was like, okay, oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I sent it to you for a reason. Like, yeah, he put it on my heart, just sent it to you for a reason.
Yeah,
And
and I appreciate that, because man, this book, like I said, it was inspiring, and it got me, it allowed me to see more of you.
yeah,
I didn't know some things in there. I didn't know, I didn't know. And we look at people and we think like, oh, they got it, everything's together. They're not fighting with anything. They're not dealing with anything,
I'm telling you, you
yeah, it's
don't
like
know.
what is this? Yeah, like what is this person's story?
Yeah,
And then when I read it, I was like, wow, she has a story.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy. I'm private. I'm very
Uh,
private. You've known me for a minute and you don't know a lot that was in there. And
yeah,
even
yeah.
my best friend from back, she was like, I know you. I didn't know some
Uh-huh.
some of the stuff I put in there, but as I was writing, I was like, God, hold on now, wait a minute. That's just supposed to be for me and you. We not, but yep, keep just
Yeah.
typing. So anyway, I'll keep moving on. But I know I said in my book too, like you touched upon just a minute ago about the industry and stuff. And in my book, I know I talked about working on shows and movies that were not godly, that did not glorify him, that didn't glorify his kingdom. So, with you being an actress,
Mhm.
has it led you to approach your acting career differently or encourage you to be more selective in the shows or movies that you say yes to, or even the roles that you take? Like, you get what I'm saying? I know this
Oh
year has been
yeah.
kind of weird with the strikes and stuff, but even thinking ahead of time, like, okay, well, just if it haven't,
Mhm.
it happened. But I just wanted to throw that out there at you since me and you are in, well, I
Yeah.
was in that industry. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I would say the book was definitely on time. It was more of like it was confirmation as well for me.
Okay.
Because during the strike, I definitely had that moment and I feel like the strike was good for everybody.
Yeah.
I think it's good for everyone. We need a reset, you know?
Yeah.
So it definitely allowed me to start thinking about, okay, when this picks back up, what am I going to do differently? Because I definitely had that time to sit with God, like, Lord,
Yeah.
what's
What are we
happening?
doing? Yeah.
What are we doing? Why are we
Mhm.
having this strike?
Right.
So when your book came and I was reading your story, you were saying like how you were in those areas where the, shows was, out of hand doing things. I did sit back and I was talking to God, like, okay, Lord, we wrote a list. What are things that I am not allowed to accept or be involved in, and that list, I sent it to my agent also. So I definitely
Okay.
was able to rearrange, I guess my I want to say role qualifications. Lord help me. What am I trying to say? It's like I was definitely able to become more selective and have my
Yeah.
list
Yeah.
of what I will and what won't do. So yeah, with hearing your story, it definitely it pushed me a little
Mhm.
bit more. Like I'm not alone. I'm not the only one. And that's the thing.
No.
That's what it shows me, that there are Christians or people that believe in God and Jesus in this industry. And it's like
Mhm.
we're not alone. And
Right.
so, and we have to set boundaries. So just, knowing here, reading your book is like, okay, I need to set boundaries.
Boundaries.
What can a child of God do? And
Right. Right.
in this, because we have the talent, don't have the talent for just no reason, you
Right.
know.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, but what can I do? So it helped
Yeah.
me in that. It was more of confirmation of like, okay, I am going on the right track with being
Okay.
selective. I don't have to
Yeah.
get those roles that have all the profanity
Right.
and all
Ye-
that stuff in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And those last two, that movie and I think, yeah, the TV show is going to be a series. That last one, the one he pulled me away from, those were like, whoa, those
Mm.
went a little bit deeper than I expected. It's and sometimes we get to where we're saying yes to everything. You're like,
Yeah.
yep, that's gonna give me the credibility. That's gonna give me this. That'll look good on my resume. He not gonna check that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not checking that when we get up there. Oh, you met
Exactly.
so and so. Oh, you knew so and so. And
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
I mean, you're not Jesus. You're not God. So I just had to in this time of me being quiet, being away from everything, it's like, Laterica, wow, this was you though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about me. I'm not, yeah. This
Yeah. Yeah.
it was me. There's no line about it. I can't cover it. It's out there now. Danielle, it's out.
It's out.
It's out. It was like I was like, yeah, I'm about to do this. I'm about to be just doing my thing. Yeah, I don't really know what this project is about, but hey, I'm signing my name on it. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, whatever. And yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is where I am.
Yeah, yeah. And you would think about it like, and it was something you said, like your name is in the credits. Like your name is attached to the project.
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't know like who's doing the wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? Because you would
No,
think someone's like, oh, she's just doing the wardrobe. No
but
one knows who.
still
But your name is on the credit.
attached.
Your name is attached to it. Yeah. So that was pretty powerful. Like your name's attached.
Yeah. I can't. So I can't say, oh, I can't tell people, oh, I've been rocking with God for a minute. I've been doing all the right things. No, you haven't. No, you
Mm-hmm.
haven't. Like, it's right here. This
Yeah.
movie you worked on where they showing everything, you were a part of that. You know that, right? Like,
Yep.
yeah. It's a
Yep.
biggest day, and there's not that many Latericas. So there's not
Yeah.
that many, So I just felt like in him, you know, taking me away from everything, it was time for me to step up and say what's what and be real about it, you
Yeah.
know. And I was like, okay, what are people gonna say? Are we caring? Are we really caring?
Mhm. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
I mean, who are we answering to when we leave here? I'm not answering to you. I'm not answering to nobody else in the industry. I'm not answering to my mom, my dad. I'm not answering to those people. So I had to get to a place where it's like, it's not about me, it's bigger than me. I can't care. Because if I
Yeah.
cared, I wouldn't have wrote this. Like,
Mhm.
I'm so private. Like, man, no. Why are you asking me that?
Uh-huh.
And it could be simple. So, like, do it. Nah, like, if I can't answer like just simple questions, that people ask, like, I done wrote a whole book about a lot of stuff that, like I said, I wanted to keep to myself, but he just told me to keep writing. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that your approach is a little bit different now with your career as acting. That God placed it here in this book for confirmation for you, so you know how to
Yeah.
navigate the industry. You know,
Exactly.
I me personally, especially when I first started, I didn't know how because there was new territory. You know what I'm saying? But um, if he sent me back,
Mhm.
I don't think he is. Uh, I don't. But who knows? If he sends me back, of course I will be different. I will
Yeah.
approach it differently. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you saying that. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
it hits you.
Yeah, and I was I was talking to the Lord. I was like, well, Lord, if you so happen to have me on the red carpet doing things, who am I supposed to reach out to? Can you make an exception? So
I thought about that too. I was like, well, Lord, can we just make a guest appearance? A quote unquote guest appearance. If she do text me about something, can I just,
uh,
say hey, or can I still? We're gonna have to pray about that.
yeah. I was waiting to that moment because I was going after I read it, I was like, gonna text you. I'm like, that's selfish. I'm thinking about myself now. I was like, well, just in case, can I? But I was like, let's just wait. We're gonna see what happens, what the project is, what God has to say. But
Right.
that crossed my mind. I was
Yeah.
like,
And
man.
girl, when I left, like I didn't have when I text you about who wanted my furniture,
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Uh, we he kept, like I said, pack up. I'm like, well, where we about to go? So, but a part of me was calm about it too. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I was like,
Mhm.
okay, Laterica, you're not running the show now. So if he say pack up, pack up.
Mhm.
And I couldn't tell you yes for sure because I still wasn't. When you asked, wait, are you leaving? I didn't know. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, all right.
Yeah. Like something's going on. What's
Yeah.
happening?
So I was like, man. And I had to do it. I had to move around. I was like, all right, here we go. Yeah. It wasn't a happy, it was a peaceful, but of course, after I started driving more and more toward my destination, I was like, oh my. I,
Yeah. I'm doing it.
oh yeah, I'm doing it. I'm completely saying goodbye because that's why I came back. That's why I came back to Atlanta to get back in there, do my thing or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. This, we're gonna be doing this again. Let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. It had me thinking. I know you already spoke about this, but I didn't think about this when I was reading it, but when you brought it back up, when you was in Perimeter Mall and the shooting happened,
Mhm.
it's just crazy of the location of where you was and what you were doing. Like you wasn't at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or anything like that, and it happened. It was
Thank
like that
you.
was a clear
Yeah,
sign.
that,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
a
It was
clear
like,
sign.
what is going on, God? I said that
Mm,
didn't. You know how you hear about stuff. We hear about shootings at Lennox.
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, okay, we thankful that nobody got hurt, or oh, well, somebody did get shot, they got injured, but they didn't get killed, blah blah blah. But then
Mhm.
you like, that was me in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was me, like literally seeing people run and hollering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo,
Wow. Yeah.
I just gotta chill. I
Uh-huh. Whew, yeah, and it's so important how it is that we must see in the spiritual, like with our spiritual eyes, and not
Yeah,
just in the natural. Because someone else would have been, it was shooting happen. Oh, okay, well, all right, and would have been back the next day. But it's
right.
like, no, that was spiritual. Like just the connection, a shooter in the mall, you're working at like that was
I'm doing my
definitely.
job in the mall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, we gotta see things in the spiritual now,
Mhm. Yeah, because
That's
I
what
could
sets
have
us
like,
apart.
yeah, and then I did try to, okay, well, let's go back. Remember,
Mhm.
I did go back. I was like, wait, I'm going back, but I'm gonna try to sit in office. Hey, Danielle, I'm gonna sit on my computer, order some stuff for them. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be good. I'm not just sit there. But child, uh, then I had to go back, same spot.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, no, it's not worth it. It's really
Mm-mm.
not worth it. I was like, yeah, I can do without this. And then, like I said, with the show being what it was and how evil it was already anyway, with it wasn't nothing about God in there. So that
Mhm.
was still like all of it just connecting. It was like, yeah, it's let's just say goodbye. Let's just
Yeah.
let it go and let it be what it is, and whatever.
Mhm.
Well, wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me? Do you like, based on the book or just in general, if you want to throw something out there that's been on your mind that you didn't text and you were like, I'm gonna wait.
I guess this will be something for anyone else that's watching it, that's watching this with
I'm
you
gonna get
taking
you.
this big leap of faith. Can you now see can you see the bigger picture of why you had to just drop everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And even though it hasn't been easy, because I like to, or I had got comfortable with, okay, yeah, I want this or I want to do this, I can do it because I had the means to be able to just go and do and whatever. But now it's like, when you say, let your will be done, do we
Mhm.
really mean it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and it's like, Laterica, you mean it? Like, you say it in your prayers.
Mhm.
You done pretty, everything is gone. And Danielle, when I tell you, all those clothes I had, gone. I only
Mm.
had I brought a couple of things back with me because I couldn't fit it in the car, no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like he kept on saying, give. And at that point, I'm like, okay, Lord, we already not working. So what am I giving? My
Mhm.
funds I need to do stuff with. Uh, I have a
Mhm.
lot of clothes though, and well, Laterica,
Yeah.
give,
Yeah.
give, and give. And so I was like, okay, it's nothing but clothes.
Mm.
It's cool. It's clothes, Laterica. Chill out. Crying,
Mhm.
emotional. You throw yourself away. Like
Yeah.
literally, you throwing away parts of you. You read about it, but you literally are throwing parts of yourself away. And that's what got me. Not it's material things. Like I said in there, you can buy more. I can buy more stuff, maybe not right now, but I can buy more stuff.
Yeah.
So it made me realize, like I said before, it's not about me.
Mhm.
If I really want to glorify God, I have to die to self.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's telling us we got about 10 minutes. I have to die to myself. I can't. be so caught up in who I am, what it's going to look like to other people once I get back, get back home, what they're going to say, um, what people are going to say about the book. You girl, you really did that. You crazy. What's wrong with you? Girl, God
Right.
ain't told you to do that. He did not tell
Uh-huh.
you to do that. I'm sorry, but it was me and God's conversation, not me,
Yes.
God, and everybody else. So,
Yes.
I've been praying that He prepare me if someone does come to me in that way, that I respond the right way too. Not with an attitude,
Mhm.
not, angry about it, but just let them know, you know, in such a way too to let them know they need to back off too. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to this between me and God only. So yeah. And I can't say it's been easy. It hasn't. It's been uh really frustrating,
Mhm.
because I mean, well, my family, especially my mom, she's been awesome. Um, she knows, you know what I'm saying? I know she feel it, and she probably can tell sometime when I'm walking around, and you moms know.
Yeah, they know.
They have a knowing that they're like, yeah, my child isn't really, happy. I have gotten better now just because it's been a minute, and in January it'll be a whole year since I, closed that chapter. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's something. It's
Yeah.
not, like I said, I won't pretend like it's easy. I won't sit here and say, yeah, Danielle, go ahead.
Mhm.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Uh-huh.
I can't tell you that anyway. It's not for me to tell you what to do. You and God have your own relationship, have your own conversations. I can't tell you to do what I've done, but I know He's gonna bless me. I'm
Oh
looking
yeah.
forward to what He's gonna do. And I have a feeling it's gonna be beyond what I left,
Of
like
course.
way
Of
beyond what I left.
course.
I just hope and pray, and I believe I will be ready for it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
all the way ready to. Yeah, here we go. We going up. We're
Mm-hmm.
going up. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah. So did
Yeah.
that answer your question? I know I was kind of long winded, but did
Uh-huh.
it answer you? Okay.
It did. It did. And it just like as you was talking, I was like, I feel like you're just in your wilderness season. That's all. You're in
Yeah.
your wilderness season. And
Yeah.
in that, this is when he gives, in the wilderness season is where he gave the commandments, he gave all the rules. So
Yep.
it's like this right here is Laterica, sit down, get
Yep.
all the rules, get all that stuff up out of you. So then when I take
Yeah.
you to your promise, the promise, then you're gonna be ready. And it's crazy because I know everything that you've learned um in that industry,
Right.
he's gonna
Use it. It's gonna.
use
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
already mastered that. You got that part. But it was some stuff that he needed to work on with you, sitting you
Hmm.
down. So this is what's happening right now. We've combined that.
Yeah.
He's giving you the rules and everything, how to talk to him and all that stuff. And then when that promise hits, woo! Hey, it's gonna, like you said, it's gonna be way better than what you thought was
Yeah.
better.
Well, yeah. Like you said, what I thought was better was
Yeah.
the life. As I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So just keep trusting. Just keep. All we can do is keep trusting in him.
Yeah.
You did that was the trust part. That seemed
Yeah.
like if you think about it, that was the hard part right there.
It
That was hard.
was.
Yeah, that was the hard part. So this right here is just you getting out of your feelings. Just get out of now. You just got to get out of your feelings. You did the hard part.
Yeah. You're
You did the
right.
hard part.
You're right. And gradually it's chipping away. It's really
Yeah.
chipping away. I'm like, okay. Cause probably by now I probably would have cried with you on here, just us talking and me letting, after you talk about it again with somebody else, it's like, okay, that those feelings rise back up. You like, oh, okay, all right, here
Uh-huh,
we
uh-huh.
go. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let me just put it to the
Mm-hmm.
side and focus on what you're asking me, or focus on what you're saying, what I'm saying to you. And like you said, put my feelings to the side, because He's taking me somewhere that, yeah,
Yeah, and
nobody
like you
can.
said, like you said, it's not about you. He gets all the glory. So through your
Exactly.
story, everything only you could do this. What he
Right.
has you do, only you. So this is for you. And your story is to give him all the glory. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
this is part of one of my assignments. And I was like, all right, God, we doing this, but why? I didn't see the end. You
Yeah,
know, if we
yeah.
don't see the end, we don't see the results. We're like, okay, so why am I doing this? Why are you telling me to talk to these people about the book?
Yeah. If he showed you the end, you probably would get scared. You probably wouldn't do it.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So he's just gonna give you a little crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little crumb and just be obedient. That's it. That's
And
all
I
I can
said,
do.
you have to do it. You have
Mhm.
go. You okay? You don't feel like okay? Well, you didn't feel like doing a lot of stuff. We don't feel like doing a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
here we
I was
are.
surprised to get especially it's like when it's gonna be recorded. I was like, well, Terica is doing some public speaking and she in front of the camera. Okay, Lord, you pushing her out the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really pushing me out there because I'm more. I don't mind being behind the scenes, doing stuff, whatever, making people like I was before, making people look good as far as their wardrobes. That's me. I'm good. I don't have to have nothing in my face, and yeah, I don't have to have all that. But here we
Yeah.
are, Danielle. So, but
Yeah.
is there anything else you want to say about the book? Any final remarks or anything? Just,
Yeah, I'll make it real quick. I just want to say congratulations.
thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on everything that's about to happen. For
Thank
you
you.
being obedient. You did a lot. When you feel like you didn't do it, you did a lot. You did a lot. You
Ooh,
stepped out on faith. You wrote a book. Like you're doing a lot. So take these moments and just look at it like, wow, I put myself out there. God is all you. So
yeah.
it's growth, it's all of it. So I just want to say congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
that's for everything that's about to happen and that you've already done. And
Thank
that's
you so
yeah.
much. Wow. 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 Mm. Woo, you heard it. You people, you heard it. Thank you so much. As we close, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to sit and talk with me, laugh with me, glorify God, talk about God and in life and how difficult this faith walk can be. Um, Most importantly, for people who may see this, come across this, I hope that it encourages you to seek God, to be obedient to Him, to follow Him, to listen to Him. Just seek Him. Like, look for Him everywhere. He's everywhere. Like, seriously, He is everywhere. So I think that'll be it for now. Thank you for whoever may watch this as well. And I guess I will talk to you again soon. That is bye for now. And bye, Danielle. Thank you so much.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye.